The first person to win on debut in 60 years. And only the 6th international winner of a NASCAR race. Shane Van Gisbergen wins the Grand Park 220, the race at the Chicago Street Course. And oh my god, what a result that was. That was so much fun to watch. I've had to watch it on demand because, well, the way the things work in terms of timings here in the UK, it was something like 5 o'clock in the morning by the time the race was done. But yeah, he won from Justin Haley, who was leading for so long in that race, and then Chase Elliott in third. Top 5, well, it was Larson, Busch, Cindric, McDowell, Logano, Gibbs, and then Buescher for the top 10. But yeah, sadly I had the result spoiled for me by the social media frenzy that it caused. I mean, Project 91 getting a win, that is a big, big deal. And for somebody who's a complete novice and rookie in the NASCAR Cup Series, he's not even done any of the Field Series. It's just massive. And it shows how magnificent a driver Giz is, or SVG as they call him. Because, I mean, what was it he was doing last year? He did WRC2 in New Zealand last year. And sure, he got beaten by Hayden Paddon, but he did a really good job for somebody who was brand new to rallying and point-to-point racing. Especially on the kind of international stage. I think he had done some events in Australia during the pandemic. Not Australia, sorry, New Zealand during the pandemic. But yeah, it just shows that these drivers can be multifaceted, they can be multi-skilled. Johnson Button was in the top 10 at the end of stage 1. Of course, he dropped back down the order after he got turned during the pit window and finished 21st in the end. Of course, that's not as good as the 18th that he picked up at COTA, but he was running well. And I would argue that Giz was probably better adjusted to the car than Button, even though Button, did the 24 Hours of Le Mans in the Garage 56 entry and has driven a Cup car in anger already this season. Because I feel like this is a lot closer to the V8 supercars that Giz is so well known for. Yeah, overall, I really enjoyed watching this race, and, well, I think I can tell you the narrative of why. Let's talk about the fact that it started off wet. I mean, it's really cool to see a wet-to-dry race. It was something that I talked about in, well, it was more dry to wet, the F1 Monaco Grand Prix earlier this season. It's changeable conditions are fantastic, and it's something that you had to get because of this situation, and sadly it meant the shortening of the race distance. But if we didn't have that shortening of the race distance, we probably wouldn't have the kind of epic that we've had. I mean, Giz was definitely one of the fastest guys. Look, early on, he was running up at the front against the likes of Bell and Reddick and Truex, who all had different issues that dropped them back for the order. I think they all found the wall at different points, didn't they? I know Truex found himself around a couple of times, and Reddick found himself buried in the same wall at turn 6 that Gregson found himself buried in. Was it 6 times? Kyle Busch found himself buried in. Yeah, he clawed back a top 5. And yeah, it was the other thing, the Jolyon Palmer, you always have to be alert on the street circuit. I like the fact that road courses, and this street course, because it's a road course, doesn't have stage cautions. Because it means that you get those changes in strategy, and because we had cautions so close to the end of the stage, it did bring a change in strategy, because some people are like, oh, you know what, I could do this, I could do that, I'm not looking for playoff points, or I am looking for playoff points. And overall, I feel like this road course experiment has been a success. I think that it's done really good stuff for NASCAR, especially because of Giz winning it. If it was Haley, it probably still would have been a big thing, but nowhere near as much as, having an international superstar come up, show up for his first race in a NASCAR car, and go on to win. It's, yeah, brilliant. And what it means for the playoff picture, well, we've got Truex still as the points leader. He is 9 points clear of Byron, who is 9 points clear of Chastain, because Chastain got 22nd, Byron 13th, and Truex 32nd. But looking further down towards the bubble, 16th, we've got Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs is on the playoff bubble now. So is Bubba Wallace, who had that really dodgy lockup, and that could have sent him way back down the order. And to be fair, it did to a degree. Got credited with 31st, but it still could have been worse. It could have been like poor Austin Dillon, who found the outside wall at the final corner with only a few laps left to go and had to retire with the front left ripped off the car. It's good to see there weren't any heavy impacts with, the concrete barriers, but I guess because they're not going as fast as they do on an oval, you don't need safer barriers everywhere. Overall, I enjoyed it. Whether regular NASCAR fans do, who prefer the oval stuff, I don't know, but me, it must be the European in me. I like the variety. And I like seeing more road courses, and especially new things like the street course. But those are my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye for now.